Should you date single mothers? Should you get in a relationship with one? Right? This is what the topic is about today. And I've got plenty of experience with single mums, right? I've seen plenty over my whole duration of dating. And I'm just going to share my own personal experience and why I believe it's a terrible idea to get in a relationship with one, right? If you wanted to have some fun with one, go for it. That's what I gotta say, right? If you want to have fun with a single mum, it's perfect, right? Like you can have fun with them. But at the end of the day, these single mums, they don't really want to have fun, right? They want to feel loved. They want a boyfriend. They want someone who can potentially, look after their kids. And if you're a single man watching this, you've got no business wasting your time with single mums, yeah? Like in a relationship is what I'm saying. Because the reason why it's a red flag to date a single mother, like as in have a relationship with one, is because you're never going to come as a priority in the relationship, right? The children are always going to come first. There's always going to be more likely, there's always going to be a father figure that's present in the whole dynamic. So everything is going to be really messy and sticky, and you're going to have to basically father someone else's children, right? Why would you want to do that as a single man? You would want to create your own children. I know that might sound very harsh, but it's the truth, right? Because you're taking a big risk in looking after someone else's kids, and you will probably find that the kids most likely won't respect you, and you'll probably just be an ATM machine, right? For that whole family. So look, single mums, they're good fun, right? But they're definitely not worth investing into when it comes to a relationship. And going by my most recent experience with a single mother, let me explain. So about roughly 2.5 years ago, right, when I was single, I was seeing this single mum, right? She was head over heels with me. All the single mums I've seen were head over heels with me. They all fall in love with me, right? And I'm not trying to say that to be arrogant, but when you have game and you've got like substance behind you, they know, right? They know. You don't have to put on no bullshit act. I always find myself running away from these women, man. Like it just gets too much. It always gets to this particular point where it's completely fucked up, right? And let me explain. With the last single mum I was seeing, she was 48 years old, right? And she had 2 children. I think they were 18 years old, right? And her ex-husband was seeing someone else, and she was after love, a relationship and so forth, right? And I gave her a bit of attention, right? And she was head over heels with me, right? Like, so this is how it would be. Every time I would meet up with her, and this was, as I said, about 2.5 years ago, possibly even pushing it to 3. This is when I was, indulging in a little bit of alcohol. I was also indulging in a little bit of weed at the time. So I'd mix them together, and I would just go over to her place. She was rich, right? When I say rich, she had a swimming pool jacuzzi, like a massive swimming pool jacuzzi. She had like a 5-bedroom house. She had a pretty nice muscle car as well. I don't know. She really loved cars. And I just used to go there like every Friday night, every week, once a week, twice a week, sometimes Friday, Saturday. And I'll just stay over at her place. I'll just sleep over there because she cooks me dinner. She gets in the jacuzzi with me. She gives me massages. She, has a drink with me. And at that point in my life, I was, in the midst of addictions and so forth. Like I wasn't the best version of myself, right? So that's why I was indulging in these sort of women, right? Like these sort of women are at the bottom of the pile. And when I say bottom of the pile, I don't mean it in a bad way, but what I'm trying to say is they are the women that realistically no man really wants, right? Like no man, sorry, really wants a single mother who's got baggage, right? We don't want to deal with other people's bullshit. And it was cool. I was seeing this girl for about how long? Roughly 3 months or 2 months. I was seeing her probably 2 months, I would say. It's been a long time. And it got to a point where she started forming very strong feelings for me, yeah? And I had zero feelings for her. I'll be honest. Like all the single mums, I don't care. And they were all good looking women, right? I never go for fat, ugly women, right? I always go for a good looking mama that's got like a good body. She looks young. She goes to the gym, all these things, right? So a cougar, like a MILF. So I looked at it like that in my head, right? I didn't have any fucking intention on wifing this woman or making her my girlfriend. Then after about 2 months, right, she goes to me, right? She pops this question. She goes, "Oh, so when are you gonna meet my family?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, well, we're getting serious now, so I want you to meet my family." After I fucking heard that, bro, I was literally, like, I literally started getting like, I started feeling sick inside, bro. I'm a weird kind of person like this. Like when it comes to like women and their children and all this bullshit, like I just feel weird, right? Like I just can't do it. I've got to have my own family, create my own, like plant my seed, do it my way. After she said that, I pretty much ran for the hills, man. I ran. Like I didn't see her after that. And not only that woman, right? Like previous mums that I was seeing, they also did the same thing. They're like, "All right, so what are we now? Like, are you going to be my boyfriend?" and stuff like that, right? I would sweet talk them at the start a little bit, right? But at the end of the day, I wasn't there for like a relationship. And they would always make the moves on me. So I never went out and went on a dating website, picked them up and said, "Hey, I'm looking for a relationship." I didn't do any of that bullshit, right? These women came to me. They were either from workplaces, from the gym, whatever, right? Or through friends. And yeah, man, every time I end up with a single mum, they always want some sort of commitment from me, and I just get turned off. I just want to run. So you're going to come across them in your dating experience. They're most likely, going to be around in like dating apps and stuff like that because, they're obviously seeking love and so forth. But I would highly recommend, man, if I could give you some advice, would be not to invest any time into these sort of women, right? It's just a fucking headache when you're with them. There's, always like, you're never going to be present with them. And why would you want to look after another man's child? Like, why? Like, it's just stupid. You'd want to plant your own seed in a woman who's got no children, right? And do it that way. Doing it this way, the guys that go for single mums, and I'll be honest with you, like as in relationship wise, not to have fun, is the guys that are like the beta males, right? The weak sort of soft men who don't get much, experience with women, that, don't have many interactions with women, I should say. They're the ones that would, be more desperate and they would cling on to them. And then you'll see, I've seen plenty of relationships like 5-10 years down the track, especially when you're younger than her, that it just ends really bad, right? Because you end up a second priority and you will never be her number one, right? They'll always be like, the kids will always be number one. So I would heavily suggest to stay clear away from them, right? You don't want to be indulging in anything like that. The only way I would go about it, if I was you, would be this. You tell her, "Look, I'm not here for anything serious. Look, I dig your vibe, but I'm not looking for anything serious, right? I just want to have fun. I'm a single man, and I'm just trying to enjoy life right now." And just keep it at that, man. Like, you don't have to, don't sweet talk and lead them on like I did, right? That was my mistake. I guess you could say I was a bit of a manipulator with women, right? I would say all the things that they want to hear, and then they would fall in love with me, bro. Because, like, look, man, like, you know what I mean? when you've got it, right? But I would recommend to you, just be upfront with these women and just say, look, I'm not here for anything, serious, but we can catch a drink or we can go out for fun or whatever it might be. But don't waste your time with these sorts of women, man. If you are, you're literally lowering your standards as a man, and that means you haven't put in the groundwork necessary to get the girls that you truly deserve, because you're going for the low-hanging fruit. And when you go for the low-hanging fruit, you'll wake up one day and you'll go, fuck, I should have, put effort in and gone for a girl that I actually, had some sort of desire towards, right? You will know what I'm talking about, right? Once they start catching feelings, it just starts to become, it just starts to make you feel uneasy as a man, because you know your potential, you know your worth. You're obviously swooping to a lower standard than you normally, that you normally would prefer to choose to, right? When you do that, you're going to feel like you're operating from shame and guilt, right? Every time I would, sleep with these women, I would literally feel shame and guilt after it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type that if I don't genuinely like or desire someone and I sleep with them, I feel like shit after I, finish my business. I feel like shit, meaning I want to get the fuck out of there ASAP, right? And that might sound very rude, but I can't ignore what I feel, right? Because I know I can get better girls. It's like I'm going for the lower hanging fruit, which means I'm lowering my standards, which means I'm operating now from shame and guilt. And these women can feel it, right? They know that. And yeah, man, it's just something I would highly suggest to avoid. However, if you're a single man, you want to have fun, which I totally understand, I get it, I've been there myself, then yeah, by all means, go have fun with them. But don't settle down with these women. Don't get serious. Don't start liking her. Yeah, don't start being a beta male and being all weak and being like, oh, she's giving me attention. She satisfies me in the bed. They'll do all this at the start, right? They'll do all this at the start because they're desperate to find a guy who's going to love them. And they love single men because you don't have any children. They just look at you like ultimately like a god, right? They'll just look up to you. So don't indulge in that, man. And look, me personally, I would never ever indulge in single mums in my whole entire life. Okay, it's just something that I'm not attracted to. When I was younger, I was really attracted to older women. I don't know why, I just really was. Yeah, I really was attracted to older women, and I used to attract a lot of older women, right? But I just prefer to go for younger women now. That's what I like. I'm in a committed relationship right now, but I'm just saying, if I wasn't, I'd be going for younger women, man. That's just how I am, because look, I'm 35, so I don't want to go for someone that's 40 or 30. It just doesn't turn me on. I like a girl with smooth skin, younger, vibrant. That's what I'm really attracted to. So if you're a young man watching this, then yeah, go have fun with older women. They're good fun. Don't get me wrong, they're good fun because they like to conversate, they like to have a drink, blah, blah, blah. But if you're a man that's in his 30s or reaching his 30s and you come across a single mum, right? You should know better. You should stay away from these women. Keep putting in work towards your self-improvement, right? Keep developing yourself into the best version you can be, and start going for women that are single, right? Ones that you could potentially have a relationship with, and ones that you could potentially have children with if that's your thing. But for me, man, I really would just say single mums equals just having fun and nothing serious at all, right? Nothing serious at all. Don't invest anything into a single mother, right? It's not your problem. You're not there to pick up the pieces that someone else has just, the things that the previous guy has created, like all the the children and so forth, and you know, all the chaos and all that shit within the relationship, and then he exited for whatever reason. You're not there to pick up the pieces with this particular woman, right? You're not there to pick up where he left off. That's not your problem, right? She should have, you know, not spread her legs. She should have chose the right guy to sleep with, right? Like, it's not our problem, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, that's why I say I would never, ever, ever look after someone else's child in my whole entire fucking life. Like, it's just not what I do. When there's plenty of women out there that want to get pregnant, that are single, you know, I'll go for those. But I will never, ever, ever waste my time with single mums, man. So, look, hope this helps with this video, and then that way you can now know not to mess with single mums unless you just want to have fun. Remember that. But make it clear from the start with them, you know, don't lead them on, because they start daydreaming and they start thinking, oh wow, I found my boyfriend, blah blah blah. Like, they used to call me boyfriend and all these things, and like, look into my eyes, like literally they fell in love, bro. Like, literally they fell in love, because I didn't say anything from the start, right? I never said to them, oh look, I'm just here to have a bit of fun. I literally would just have fun, socialize with them, see him another time. You know, I gave him a bit of attention. That was my fault. But yeah, they're hanging for attention, these women, man. These are like the easiest women to pick up out of the whole dating game. The single mums are the absolute easiest, and they love younger men, bro. They just love them. Like, and if you're a bit of a G and you've, you know, got a bit of swagger behind you, they fall in love, man. You know what I mean? They fall in love. But for those of you on your new, you know, on your dating journey experience, you know, you're new to the scene, just have fun with them, man. Like, that way you get to, you know, be more experienced with the next girl that you meet. So you can, you know, use these women for experience, but make it clear with them and just tell them, look, I'm here to just have fun. I'm not here to date you or anything like that, because you might run into problems, man. She might end up killing you or something if you end up leading her on and breaking her heart. You know, that's when girls go crazy, you know, like when you do that shit. So like, keep it civil, have fun, right? Enjoy the whole dating experience. Mess around with these women, but don't tell them that you want something serious, right? That's all I've got to say. But look, I'm going to end this video here. Hope you have an amazing and beautiful day. Look, if you're new to my channel and you resonate with my content, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps boost my channel. But yeah, look, I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Peace out.